Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is another episode in our series on buffs that we would like to see. We are starting off today with the Zaku Minelayer, which is kind of a mess. Honestly, even back when it was space only, it was never great. The fact of the matter is, it was at the time one of the few Zaku's to at low cost to have balancers and a dodge roll, but to compensate for that, it is incredibly slow, and yeah, just has really bad stats. So yeah, Salty, what have you got?
So the Zaku 1 Mine Layer, if I'm not mistaken, starts at 200, right?
Mm-hmm.
At level 1.
Yep.
So, uh, boy howdy, where do I even start with this suit? I'm running the 350. I'm sure Rob's running the level 1.
I actually went
So
for the
the
300 this time, just
oh,
because, yeah, just because that's kind of where Qs start at this point. So
by the way, those are the basic colors. That's the colors of the P Bandai, by the way.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So, this suit is a product of Year 1 GBO thought process where this suit it was also one of the few uh, Zaku 2s that were space only for a while. This suit is incredibly slow, even though lore-wise, the backpack is a high-powered one and it's supposed to allow you to move relatively quick and all that. Plus, the internal feed mechanism is drums for the mines, and each drum holds 12. And this thing is twin linked on both sides, aka it's got a dispenser per side. So technically, it should be running 24. And the little thing I found out earlier when I was looking at the Akai Thunderbolt type is that it's holding 16 on its backpack, but you only get to fire 12.
So weird.
So yeah, so a lot of the just in general changes, it needs a lot needs armor increases. All Zaku should get the right shoulder armor buffer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I wouldn't mind this getting twin 2-hit melee. I feel like it should have that. It's should be a lot faster too, due to the fact that it's a high powered backpack. Um, and some ideas when talking to some friends, it should have access. Let's lean into the mine aspect of this suit, and let's give it different types of mines, such as um, EMP mines that screw with your radar and do small tick damage, like maybe 100 to 200, and you drop like 6 or 8 of them. Maybe sticky mines that allow you to, when you drop it, and it hits somebody, they're stuck in place for just 3 seconds. There could be smoke dispensers, smoke mines where you drop it and it just covers the area in smoke, and thick smoke so where you can't see through it. I think that would be perfect for this suit's gimmick. Um, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the few suits in the game that when the mines explode, it actually stuns itself too.
Yes.
Yes,
You
so
can
this
stun yourself with the mines, and also you can stun your teammates so easily.
Yeah, so that's a big problem. And what boils it down is that the main weapons for the suit are not great. Yep. So it's the one that's normally fielded with that you will see in the master grade kits is the 120 with grenade launcher. The problem with the 120, like always, it's slow rate of fire, even though this thing is supposed to have like a 600 rate of 600 rounds a minute. So it's supposed to be like almost 6 times as fast as what I'm firing right now. And then it's also got the grenade, which is, it's not bad. Can't go wrong with that. And then the other weapon, as you see Rob running, is the Zaku 2 or the Zaku bazooka, which my idea is to actually remove the bazooka altogether as a weapon choice and make it a sub weapon. Give it 2 different forms. So the single shot and the burst mode, kind of like how I think it was Char's Gundam that has it. I don't
Yeah,
have Char's Gundam.
the White Gundam. No, the White Gundam only has burst fire, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't have the Castfall Gundam yet either. So
I want it, but game don't like me. But
same.
yeah, simple stat changes to the suit would help it because by itself, also it needs more slots too because at max level or enhancement, you only have 11 close, 11 medium, and 8 long range. So that kind of prevents you from leaning into upping your range damage at all. Even though at level 4 at 350, your range strength plus with the upgrades is 26 and your melee strength is 11. So they could up the melee strength just a smidgen, give it a 2-hit melee combo to allow it to fend for itself a little bit better. Because once it's caught, it's gonna die. You're too slow to get away unless they buff the speed. What about you, Rob? What do you think?
I think it's a solid set of ideas. A couple other things I've been thinking about, like I mentioned before we started recording. Um, it's been so long since they even remembered the Zaku Minelayer exists. Back, they overhauled space combat years and years ago, and anything that was had space specialization, space compatibility, the game calls it, got AMBAC level 2 so that it had better turning speed and a couple other perks in space in addition to pseudo balancers from boosting. Zaku Minelayer is space compatible but still only has AMBAC level 1. That is how forgotten this is.
Um, at this point, I would easily say this is probably the worst mobile suit in game, next to the level 4's Zaku 2 high mobility ground type. Even though that thing's supposed to be a high mobility type, it is one of the slowest suits you can use. Oddly enough, it's got good boost speed and it's got excellent melee.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that fast. But back
Yeah.
to this suit, it needs so many changes. I would say a complete overhaul. I forgot what suit got a complete overhaul a few years ago, and now it's really really good.
There's been a few. I know you're thinking about one in specific, but I can't think of it.
Yeah. So, Chet, let us know what you guys think about the Minelayer. This is always been one of my favorite like simple upgrades to the Zaku one to allow it to fill a different role, and it was just give it a better thrusting backpack and some mines and let it go ham. Um,
Quick
but
question
yeah.
before we wrap on the mine layer. Um, aren't in terms of like specialized mines it could have, aren't weren't there like special like charges during the 1 year war to like help you that you could disperse to like reduce the effectiveness of megaparticle cannons?
Yes, but I think they were in missile form, but I don't see why they couldn't make them as mines.
Yeah, just like being able to like give your team a like beam defense buff, with a mine layer might not be a bad way to go either. Be something that not no other suit can do if nothing else.
Yes, I like that idea. I think that'd be a really nice addition. Allow you to, because even at 350, we're starting to see some beam heavy suits.
Oh yeah.
So that would be a nice addition.
All right, and our next suit is the Zaku 1 Commander type, which I feel like is way closer to being functional than the Zaku Mind Layer is, but it could still use some work. It is a very slow moving support. It has level 1 shield tackle, which it seems a little bit light for the big spiky shield. And yeah, what have you got in mind, Salty?
So the Zaku 1 Commander wants to play in mid to close range. It is you could use this as a CQC bruiser really easily. One of my favorite way to play it is to run it with a bazooka so I can get in close, hit them with a zook, downswing, and as they're getting back up, ready up the Sternfaust, re-stun because they have two options: dodge roll or tackle. They're going to do one of those. Hit them with the Sternfaust and then go back to either bazooka if I'm just out of my comfort zone, or go to the axe and downswing. So, I mean, it does have a longer range option in the form of the Magella Top Proto you see Rob using.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a very solid weapon, but I feel the AoE on the cannon is rather lacking compared to other double-handed cannons such as that. Um, I feel like that cannon, along with say the Zaku cannon, if you don't hit almost on their toes, like if that was the 180, I would have been hit by that.
Mm-hmm.
I would've been hit by that. That has no splash damage. So one of the changes I would like to see would be the getting rid of the prototype Magella cannon and give it the standard one that you see the Zaku 1 sniper use, which I don't even know why that suit has that weapon because it's never shown using it. Along with the long barreled 120 machine gun. I don't know where that weapon even came from, honestly. I don't know where that weapon comes from.
I don't either.
uh, yeah. Um, but that weapon, I have my own ideas. So next time we talk to like about a Recon Zaku, I'll bring that weapon up. So
Yeah.
my ideas would be to, like I said, change the Magella top to the standard one, so it gets heavy stagger. Keep the Zaku bazooka as a main weapon. The 120 machine guns we've been over need to have a complete rechange. Pretty much every single machine gun does. Um, but let's lean into the CQC nature of this suit because it doesn't have bad melee correction on it. I'm pretty sure it's 15 at level 1. It does, yeah, that did a pretty good chunk of damage to me.
Yeah.
1800, and that's to a support. That's type neutral. So if I'm hitting a general, that's easily hitting 2200 damage.
Yeah.
So I would say give it interrupt tackle, which is you swing and then you're able to go straight into a tackle afterwards. Same as the standard Zaku one. Give it the level 1 of that. Give it balancer so it can go in and boost and do its melee strike. And my brain just stopped working. And considering it's a commander type, give it resist move.
Yeah.
And maybe up the shield tackle level on it to maybe level 3. I think level 5, I'm thinking about it, would be a little too much because I think that would end up being like a 5,000 damage tackle on a general. So you got to be careful about doing that.
Yeah.
And then give it one more sub weapon, the 105 Zaku 1 machine gun, because it's, now that I'm thinking about it, it's criminal. The Zaku 1 OG Zaku 1 is the only suit in the game that uses that weapon.
Mm-hmm.
What's some ideas from you?
I I like how you're thinking about this. Worry that, you know, too much of this at once might make it a little bit too much, but also just, you know, it's kind of difficult to say. Just, I mean, I'm kind of grappling here with the fact that functionally the costs in the game start at 300 anymore.
Yes.
This suit comes in at 200, but I have not seen a 200 or 250 Q in forever, which is kind of bad because I have a Bugu request and there is no 300 Bugu yet. So
I haven't seen a 250, 200 cost room in, I think, 3 years now.
yeah, it's been a while, and that is, you know, just I've always advocated for going the other way and make the hunt make it cost 100 rooms. You know, put the gun in the origin like early mobile suits in there. But yeah, I think balancers are a must. There's no good reason it shouldn't have those at this point. I think interrupt tackle is a good idea as well. I, you know, I kind of feel like in terms of making it a really good close range suit, or you know, and giving it the the, you know, full on heavy staggered Magella top, it should kind of be an either or. Because just like being able to heavy stagger someone, downswing them, and then tackle them, that could be that would be like incredibly vicious.
That'd be insane, and I'm all for it. Because I mean, the way I'm looking at it, right? They're introducing suits. And I don't care what anyone says. The Thunderbolt guys are an extremely oppressive force, with the exception of the raid. I feel like the raid one is pretty good. It's
Yeah.
not overpowered. It's not broken. It's a little annoying to fight when they got the Freezy Yard equipped. But other than that, the other two, the support for one, if you can't get onto as a raid, get on that support, it's going to just kill your team. And then the general is just so oppressive with the amount of firepower it can throw out. Um, like it's I feel like it's time to start taking a look back at these older suits and really just push them to the front line. Like the Zaku one being able this Zaku one would be one of the best counters to the Aqua my brain's not working. Thunderbolt Akai. It would be
Yeah.
a perfect counter to that. Being able to heavy stagger and then into downswing tackle. Um, but then you could still get baited by the mines on the Thunderbolt Akai. So it's one of those things where everything's becoming so strong at certain costs, and that's why I'm introducing some really good buffs to older suits. I like
Yeah.
this thing just being a CQC bruiser as a support. We need more of those.
We do. I I like that we have, we've definitely, well, we've always had, long range raids because of, because of the Zuda. But yeah, just in terms of, we do need more, short range supports. And we've been talking about various like other skills that supports could have, and I'd like to see them lean into that just to make, frontline supports a little bit more viable. Like give them, since they're not providing like long range stuns, like give them skills that actually, support the team up close. Like the frontline support system skill that reduces respawn time, things like that. But yeah, the power creep with this game is incredibly real, and just, there's always going to be stuff out of the 500 mobile suits that are here that need brought up to speed with the latest additions. So, good news is that keeps us in videos for a while.
Oh
But
yeah.
but yeah, let us know what you think about the Zaku 1 Commander type and Zaku Minelayer. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.